Hello, this is Marvelyn Brown, and in this video lesson, we are going to select our typography. So the typography is just, it kind of goes in with the theme and the look and feel of your site. So the typography has to do with the fonts, the font combinations that you choose. So let's go to that section. And this is going to be your theme's basic typography. So right now they have selected, and I believe this looks more like a, um, maybe an Arial, something like that. We're going to create some new sets. So you can use, and I, kind of talked about this in the previous video, and that is you can use Google Fonts with your theme. So you don't have to, run all over the place trying to find fonts. You can just, pick out Google fonts, the Google fonts that you like, and you can use those. Now they also have a, and where is my, okay, here we are. Let me just get rid of those other pages because then I won't get, okay, so here we are. All right, so they also have some basic fonts that you can use as well. And the basic fonts are going to be universal. Those fonts will be on pretty much every website that you will run across. But sometimes we also want to have fonts that look, a certain way. And so let me just show you how to create a new set. Okay, so here is another set that has been created and we're going to edit this. So in order to edit your fonts, you're going to click on this pencil and that will enable you to see exactly what you have, and you're going to go through each section and change it to what you want. So for example, I like, and this is going to tell you, yeah, I thought this was maybe Arial. So this is basically a basic set of fonts. This is Arial, which is kind of one of those universal fonts. You have Arial, Times New Roman, Helvetica, Georgia. Those are the universal fonts that, are pretty much on every site that you might go to. So when you are ready to change your font, all you do is just click on this button here. You can click on the pencil, and then it's going to bring you a drop down. Now you can inherit the fonts from the, say for instance, you decide that you want to use a certain template. And Thrive has tons of templates. We're going to go through that as well. But they have tons of templates that you can use. So you can inherit the font from the template that you select. Or you can click on this drop down. You can select Google Fonts. And you can also select the web safe fonts, which are like the Arials, the Times New Roman, Georgia, etc. So I'm going to say we're going to use Google Fonts. And some of the Google fonts that I like include, there's one called Festive that's really, it's kind of more of a scripty looking font. And if you have something that's really festive looking, it's a festive font and it's festive looking. So if you want to create something that, really stands out, you can use this font for anything that, you might want to kind of add a little flair to. So when you select that font, you just click on apply. And then this is going to be your heading 1. So this will be the heading 1 font, and Google is going to recognize that as your heading 1 font. So you can make it as large or as small as you like. And you can also, once you put this on a page, you can adjust it to whatever you want. But the thing that you want to do is you want to select fonts that you will be using, and you want to make them the sizes that you think you will be using most of the time, because this is going to save you so much time. When you are creating content, you don't want to be thinking about, gee, is this the right size? Is it big enough? Is it small enough? You don't want to be spending a whole lot of time trying to figure out what fonts to use. So when you choose these font sets, that will enable you to quickly, change course and use the fonts that will work for your site. And this is going to carry through, these fonts that you select will carry through, um, throughout your site. So now I'm gonna go back to the Arial font and just kind of put this back the way that it was. But this is where you would go through and just select heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, all the way to heading 6. Then you would also select a font for your regular type. So if you like a certain font, maybe you like, I know for me, I like Railway, and I've always used Railway on my site. However, maybe Railway won't go with this particular font. So I may have to find something a little more, standard, like an Arial or a Times New Roman or something like that. The other thing that you want to make sure of is based on, your audience, you want to make your site easy to read. So you don't want a font that is so fancy that people can't read it, because if people have to struggle to read your stuff, then they're gonna go somewhere else. They're not gonna hang around. And then it also enables you to select the colors for your hyperlink. So for me, I would select my theme color for my hyperlink. And I believe Thrive already did that. Let me see if I can find a link on this page. I can't even find a link on this page. So I may have to go in and select the link color. But this is where you would do that. So if you wanted to create a hyperlink in, like my color is more of a coral, then I would go in and just put that in there. And then this is an example of a block quote. So then you can select the fonts for that. Here is an example of just some plain text. So you can also designate the font that you want for that. But that is pretty much it. You just go into the typography section and you change your font sets so that you will have a quick way to, pull together your content without having to search forever. And the other thing that you might want to consider is going to Google Fonts, and it's fonts.google.com, and just look at some of the different fonts that they have available. These are handwriting fonts, but you can actually select all of the fonts that they have available and just take a look at them and see which ones work best for you. Here's Roboto, that is a common one. Open Sans, that's another one. All of these are pretty common. This one is another common one. And so the theme is, you want something that's going to be easy to read, something that stands out against the white background, something that is thick enough so that people can really look at it and not have to strain their eyes. I also use Oswald for a lot of my headings. I like Oswald because it's just very plain, and it stands out against the background, and it's a little bit thicker. But you find the one that is more suited to your site, and there's lots of stuff for you to choose from. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this, but that is pretty much how you change your fonts. Now, the next thing that we're going to go through is we're going to be actually going through some pages. I will show you how to create a page, how to create a post, and how to kind of, move things around and get things set up on those pages as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.